are bound to get spicy in here because word on the street is that Nicki Minaj just filed a divorce against Kenneth Boo Petty. Shocking, right? I know. As soon as Nicki uploaded a tweet on X insinuating that she's single, Barbz were screaming at the top of their lungs in excitement as they wondered if Nicki had taken to their warnings and finally ditched Petty for a better man. Nicki's husband has always been a sore thumb for the queen rapper that everyone keeps pulling at. Not too long ago, Wendy Williams called out Nicki while saying, now he served 7 years in prison and he's also a sex offender. Nicki was quick to fire back with shots of her own while saying, when a person is with a man that loved them before they had a dime in their pocket, how do you not understand that? How do you not understand happiness versus clout? She didn't stop at that, as she went on to imply that she would never leave Petty for another man because money cannot buy her happiness. But Wendy was just getting fired up. She quickly turned CIA and dug up some evidence of how Kenneth was involved in some shady business back in the day because he was also accused of killing a man in 2002. But hold on, there's more to come. Turns out that the Barbz concerns were not exactly out of the question because apparently Petty has been getting physical with Nicki and dosing her with drugs. It's all starting to add up now. It's no wonder why Nicki's fans were against Petty from the start. It all started when Nicki dropped the shell-shocking news of her marriage with Petty with a photo of matching mugs with Mr. and Mrs. written all over it. Fans were happy for her, but they just couldn't understand why Nicki, of all people, who is known for her very public life, suddenly decided to keep things quiet. It was like something out of a fairy tale. Two high school sweethearts parted ways only to run into each other many years later. Find out that they still harbored feelings and get married. But looking back on things, it all kind of clicks. She probably knew that fans wouldn't like Kenneth Petty because of his very shady past, and she was absolutely right. Kenneth got into a lot of trouble in 1995 for reportedly hitting his ex-girlfriend. He ended up spending years in prison and was released under supervision from 2013 to 2018. He was even accused of being a level 2 offender, which means there were way too many signs showing that the same incidents could repeat itself. It all goes back to 1995 when he is said to have used weapons to force his ex-girlfriend to, well, you get the gist. But wait, there's more. Right after his wedding with Nicki, Kenneth moved to California. In July 2019, he was caught for not registering as a criminal. He paid $20,000 to get out, and since we still don't know what he does for a living besides being Mr. Minaj Petty and a fitness enthusiast, it's highly probable that Nicki paid for it. But wait, why did Nicki push him to sign up when she knew the risk? Shocked would be an understatement for how everyone felt after Nicki decided to stick with Petty. Everybody was going crazy. Seriously though, the thought of the best female rapper in the world and the one-time symbol of female independence in the entertainment industry getting married to someone like Kenneth was crazy. The news made the internet almost explode with wildfire. Nicki was instantly put under the wrong side of the spotlight as all forms of people accused her of siding with sex offenders. Nicki stuck to her husband's side in all these while claiming that he was only 16 when the whole thing happened and even accused the woman of fabricating things. While Petty was actually 16 when it all went down, people had gone past the age of talking things out at this point. They also dug up the story of how Nicki's brother was arrested for hitting his granddaughter, who was only 12 years old at the time. Things got even worse when Nicki wrote a letter to the judge during the trial supporting her brother and pleading for leniency, even though it was clear that he did the wrong thing. Some believed that she was just a sister looking out for her brother, while others called her all sorts of horrid names because it was pretty obvious that her brother was at fault here. He was finally sent to prison, which made Nicki look pretty bad. But when you think about it, it's not that strange that she ended up with Kenneth. The fact that Nicki kept defending Kenneth in front of the internet didn't help. She went on to say that he was young, she was young, in a relationship. But go off, internet, you can't run my life, you can't even run your own life. I've got mad love for Nicki, but this is so not okay. The fact that she sides with her brother and husband and feels like it's wrong when others do the deed is just not cool. Things got really bad after Petty was slapped on the back with a year of house arrest for not registering as an offender after moving to California with Nicki. He also had to pay a huge fine of $500,000. And guess who probably footed the bill? It's none other than Nicki. And to make matters worse, Nicki couldn't go on tour because she had to stay home with her lover. Nicki's influence on the music industry seems to have dwindled to a bare minimum, especially after she got married to Petty. She had a cute baby boy, but it looked like she put her job on hold to be a full-time mom and stick to Kenneth's side. She also reduced the interviews and started doing more of Instagram live sessions from home. Now that doesn't sound like Nicki. Nicki seems to be acting strangely, don't y'all think? She talks a lot about being strong and following your dreams, but she's doing the exact opposite, putting her life on hold for a man. In September 2019, she shocked everyone by saying she was leaving the music business on the shade broom. She started by alerting followers on Twitter to this news while saying, "I've decided to retire and have my family. I know you guys are happy now." Fans were shocked and voiced out in worry and frustration, asking why she couldn't be a mom and a rapper at the same time. It was also worrying, to say the least, to see that her self-esteem had dropped so low that she thought people would be happy with her gone. Fans were quick to dispel these worries as they revealed their hopes to have her around for a very long time. Someone even said Kenneth was probably behind this, fattening her up so she would feel worthless and think no one would ever want her. The same self-made and beautiful Nicki Minaj? She seemed determined to turn down the offer to support her boyfriend though. In the end, she gave in and deleted the tweet. She sent out a new tweet that said, "I'm still right here, still madly in love with you guys, and you know that. In hindsight, this should have been a Queen radio discussion, and it will be." Fans were shaking their heads in pity as they wonder what Nicki ever saw in Kenneth. Do you think she loves him that much? He was really embarrassing, and Nicki felt really bad about herself during the whole thing. Even worse, her name keeps coming up in the mix. She has to pay big fines all the time while still supporting her boyfriend on social media. This wouldn't be the first time the Barbz raised concerns about Nicki. Nicki's fans were first worried in February when she jumbled up the lyrics to her song "Moment for Life" in a crazy way while touching her breast during the Instagram livestream. Following a long explanation, she said that on her Pink Friday 2 tour, she would be signing breast. There were a lot of worried comments on the Instagram post that has the video again. Nicki was caught in Amsterdam in May for having marijuana on her. She said on stage and had that she wasn't treated with respect after she got out of jail. Knowing that something is being done to you on purpose is just because you are a confident other race. She also said, "I would not wish that on anyone because it was disgusting how they were treated." People think Nicki must be going through a lot of things at the moment for her to consider divorcing Petty amidst the drug use allegations, among other things. But it's safe to say that Nicki's fans wouldn't totally be against it, considering how Nicki's recent actions, including her odd Instagram live session where she misrapped her own lyrics and acted weirdly on camera, was pure proof that she was under the influence. The whole situation is shocking to say the least, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Also, check out our channel for more engaging videos and make sure to hit the bell and subscribe icon.